The university wishes to recognise a highly significant international leader through the award of a Doctor of Laws honoris causa. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Kieran Martin.
Presiding Chancellor, Professor Lou Harms, Assistant Vice Chancellor, Professor Jim McCluskey, presenting deans, university students, ladies and gentlemen. I stand before you today deeply humbled and profoundly honored by this recognition. It is not just my achievement, but the story of resilience, courage, and transformation that began over 3 decades ago, not in a conference room or a hospital, but in the narrow, crowded lanes of Delhi's slums. It is a story born out of unimaginable hardship and driven by an unrelenting belief in the power of hope. In 1988, as a young pediatrician, I stepped into a world that shattered every notion I had of human suffering. A cholera epidemic had swept through the city like a merciless storm, leaving devastation in its wake. But what seared into my soul were not the statistics, it was the faces behind them. Children with hollow eyes played barefoot in garbage heaps. Open drains overflowed with filth. Pigs wallowed in mud and excrement, and the air was thick with the stench of decay and despair. For the residents of Delhi's slums, survival wasn't merely difficult. It was a relentless battle against impossible odds, fought anew every single day. My first patient, a fragile child sitting in the dust, became my teacher. That encounter sparked what would grow into Asha, meaning hope, a movement far greater than I could have ever envisioned. Hope, I learned, could rise from the darkest corners of despair and light a fire that even the harshest storms could not extinguish. My journey began with primary health care, a necessity in a place where sickness was rampant and access to basic treatment was a luxury. I first established a 3-tier primary health care model. However, I soon realized that healthcare alone could not address the deeper wounds of poverty and powerlessness. Infrastructure needed to change. Clean water and sanitation had to become rights, not privileges. Most importantly, the women, the backbone of these communities, needed to rise. However, these women saw themselves as worthless. Society treated them as invisible. Families held them back, and slum mafias crushed their voices. But I believed in their strength. I faced resistance, abuse, intimidation, threats to my life, but I refused to give up. One by one, these women found their voices, formed collectives, and became the heartbeat of their communities. Over the years, these same women emerged as bold, fearless leaders. They advocated for their children's education, stood up to injustice, and reclaimed their dignity. Once the foundation of empowerment was laid, I turned to education, the bridge between poverty and opportunity. Education was the answer to breaking the chains of generational struggle. Children who once scavenged garbage now dared to dream of becoming engineers, lawyers, academics, and leaders. Today, I'm thrilled to share that over 5,000 young men and women from Asha communities have gone to the prestigious Delhi University and other colleges. These are not just students, they are trailblazers, rewriting the narratives of their families and neighborhoods. They prove that poverty is not destiny. They are the embodiment of hope fulfilled. Their lives a testament to what happens when someone believes in you. Asha's reach has extended even further through our exciting international higher education program, enabling our brightest minds to pursue master's degrees at world-renowned universities. The University of Melbourne was the first to open its doors to these extraordinary individuals. Here with us today are Chandan and Tushar from our communities, who are now pursuing PhDs, a symbol of what is possible when barriers are dismantled. Thank you, University of Melbourne. Thank you, Australia. And thank you to the many present here today for embracing our young people with open hearts. Asha's programs now touch the lives of 1 million people in Delhi's slums. Yet, beyond the numbers lies something far more profound, a foundation built on values. At Asha, we embody servanthood in leadership. It is a philosophy that transcends pride and prejudice. It teaches us humility and reminds us of the sacred act of serving others. When Brahmins wash the feet of the untouchables, when the young serve the old, when different races serve one another, it is not just service, it is healing, reconciliation, and love. As we gather here today to celebrate your achievements, I urge you to reflect on the power you hold. As health professionals, you will be armed with knowledge and skill. But the most powerful medicine you can offer is kindness. Your hands will heal wounds, but your compassion will heal souls. You will face choices, some safe, others uncertain. Follow your heart. Take risks. Stand for what is right, even when the odds seem insurmountable. Remember, one person, one act of courage can ignite change. You are that person. You carry within you the power to leave a legacy of hope and transformation. The road ahead will not always be easy, but it will be worth it. Pursue your dreams with conviction, serve with humility, and always remember that your purpose is greater than yourself. I'm excited for you as you embark on what is undoubtedly a fascinating and rewarding career. And I wish you all the very best for your journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kiran Martin, for that inspiring speech.